Can we call Fallout 76 a disaster at this point for Bethesda? I think we can. From the Metacritic scores, to the user reviews, to the fact that a week later, the game's already on sale. This game has turned out to be a complete and utter travesty and disaster for Bethesda, and I'm starting to wonder if this is going to affect some of their games and how they're perceived down the road. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, man with a million, back again with another video. And the hate for Fallout 76 sure is real. Everywhere I go on Twitter, YouTube, I see videos constantly talking about it. People hate this game. People despise this game, and it's looking really bad for Bethesda, right? Now, full transparency, I haven't played the game. I have no opinion on it. I'm not a huge Fallout fan. I'm not a fan of MMO-light games, which is exactly what this game is, so I really wasn't going to play it. But a lot of people asked me to make a video giving my thoughts about this whole situation. And now, I am curious how this is going to affect Bethesda, which is why I kind of presented it as, you know, how is it going to affect their future games? Because I want Elder Scrolls 6, and I want it without any sort of multiplayer, right? I would like to see another Fallout, but I want to see a proper Fallout, not this online stuff. And it's really interesting when you take a step back and roll back the clock a year ago, when Bethesda was being hailed as the savior of the single-player genre. Video game fans were like, yeah, Bethesda, you're the best. They just released Wolfenstein 2 and Evil Within 2. They ran that campaign, which is like Save Player 1. Gamers were in the corner of Bethesda, one of the few publishers out there putting out strictly single-player content. And then, man, how quick time flies and things change so fast, because now they are maybe right up with EA, one of the most hated companies in gaming for what is going on with Fallout 76. I haven't seen a AAA game like this come out and get this bad reviews, user scores, and I haven't seen a game like this go on sale so quickly. You can get it for 20 bucks off at the Microsoft Store and presumably everywhere else. It's going on sale for $40, and it literally came out last week. Now, some may argue that, oh, it's just Black Friday sales, but Spyro's not on sale. Battlefield 5's not on sale. Hitman 2's not on sale, which I think that one sold worse than Fallout 76, and those games also launched last week. I think Bethesda's really panicking here. They're trying to fix everything, but this is their first foray into online gaming. Fallout 76 is the first title to be completely online from them, and I don't think they were prepared for this whatsoever. And I have to ask the questions like, who asked for this game in the first place? Who wanted an online Fallout title with the removal of NPCs and all that stuff? With Bethesda's track record of having completely buggy experiences, you know? I don't really know of a lot of people. And then you look at the Metacritic, the critical score from a lot of the high-profile ones. I saw Giant Bomb tweet out earlier saying in a podcast that nobody at their team wants to play the game anymore. They're done, and their recommendation is don't play it. Skill Up, a reviewer I really look, you know, up to. He hates the game, right? And you go on Metacritic, and this game is sitting at a 50 on the PlayStation 4. A 50 from a, you know, a game from a AAA publisher. Like, it blows my mind. 15 critics gave it a 50, but even worse than that is the user score. It's a 2.7 out of 2,664 ratings. And part of me wonders, yeah, I think a lot of people are dogpiling on the title. Clearly, the narrative is that this game is horrible, it's terrible, so a lot of people go with the pack on this. I think clearly that does affect some of the stuff here. But honestly, I don't think it affects it that greatly. I honestly do feel that people hate this game, that they feel it's not worth playing, and everybody's experiences are going to be different. I have friends who played it, it says it's meh, not really worth playing, not at $60, and I have other friends who are playing it who absolutely adore the game. Who's right? Who's wrong? I don't know. It's kind of like the situation with Sea of Thieves, right? Another AAA game from a big publisher that was hated on by a lot of critics. Some fans really liked it, some people really hated it. I kind of look at those two as very similar. You know, Fallout 76, I guess, has lots of content, but all the bugs kind of make it not worth playing through. All the server issues, and then Sea of Thieves, you know, ran well, no bugs, but not a lot of content. I don't know. Kind of look at both of those as a comparison point. But with the gamer hatred against Fallout, is that going to affect their business decisions and the things they want to do for their future games? Are they now going to be like, listen, we can't do this ever again. We can't make an Elder Scrolls game online. We have to win back the trust of gamers. One of my buddies said to me, you know what they need to do? They need to come out at E3 next year and say that while they really, enjoyed making Fallout 76 and a great experiment, but what we plan on doing is making a new engine, and we promise that Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield won't be online, and gamers will be incredibly happy. But I don't think that's realistic. You know, I think they're going to keep the engine, which is probably the basis of all the problems they're experiencing. It's almost like Telltale. Everybody was like, yo, fix your engine because your games run so poorly. And Telltale was like, nah, buddy, ain't doing it. Right? And look what happened to Telltale. They went under. You know, maybe it wasn't tied to the reasons of using the engine. They obviously had poor management and other things affecting it. But that was one of the complaints. Same thing here with Elder Scrolls and Fallout. These engines are old, and they never really that great to begin with. And now you put it in an online scenario, and all the bugs and all the server disconnects and things that you see here, and now you're telling people that, hey, we're still going to use it for Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 and next generation? You're setting a bad message there. Maybe you should spend the extra time and develop a better engine. You know? Give fans a graphical upgrade, less bugs. I don't really know. I mean, I don't really care for Fallout, but from what I've seen from all my friends talking about and everything here on Twitter, it honestly sounds like Fallout 76. You would think Fallout 76 is like the absolute worst game ever made by a game developer, which we know is not the case. You know, a lot of people let their emotions run wild about certain topics. And I really just think this is just Bethesda trying something out new, not doing it correctly. And because of all those issues, you have gamers really being pissed off. The microtransactions being added to this game before it's really even fixed. You know, the game, it feels more like a beta than a final version. It runs like absolute crap, even on the mid-gen consoles, the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, and you know, even doesn't run well on the best of PCs. It's an unoptimized mess, tons of bugs, and that kind of just has made people more and more pissed off with Bethesda. And I think back to The Dark Knight and a quote from that movie: you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And that's exactly what has happened with Bethesda in the short span of a single year. They went from revered by fans to now being put on the same pedestal as EA and all their loot boxes, right? And it's just amazing to see a developer with that passion of a fan base all turn on them at once. To see a game release and a week later on sale for 33% off. I'm wondering what is going through the heads of Bethesda's management right now. Todd Howard, Pete Hines. Did they have an inkling that this was going to happen? Did they have some clue behind the scenes like, dude, people are really going to hate the fact that we're taking Fallout Online and it's a broken, buggy mess? Will it affect the future of Bethesda? Possibly. They need to work really hard, diligently, to regain the trust of their core fan base, who probably feel betrayed and let down right now. They need to let people know that Elder Scrolls 6 will be single player only. That Starfield is going to be single player only. That they will consider working on a new engine. But man, if you let it get out and slip that some of those games have multiplayer, don't be surprised if you get the same reaction to this disaster that is Fallout 76. Better be careful, Bethesda. Alright guys, that is the video. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on this whole Fallout 76 stuff. If you did, please hit that like button, share this out on social media like Twitter and Facebook. I'd really appreciate it. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. If you always want to be notified when I drop new content, hit that notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.